Our next presenter is Brooke Hagerty. Haggerty, my apologies. I know. Most of us know Brooke as the general manager of Bud's at Silver Run, or as the owner of Gunner's Grill, or better yet, as the food chick, as she has had great success selling her signature soups, breads, homemade chips, and so much more at Westminster's Farmers Market and other local farmers markets in the area. We're happy to report that business has taken off so much for Brooke that she is now looking forward to opening her catering business in its new location in downtown Westminster at 2 Washington Road. While her food is amazing, Brooke also has a more personal story to share with us this evening. Brooke's personal life took a major blow on February 1st, 2016, when her only child, Zachary, was killed by a drunk driver. Since that time, Brooke has worked to create a bereaved parents group at Carroll Hospice called Mending Hearts, which meets monthly. She is also a speaker for Catherine's Cause, a local forum that holds bi-monthly meetings for DUI and DWI offenders. Her goal is to put an end to this 100% preventable action. Do not drive drunk. Survival and revival have become her mantra as she strives every day to honor her son by living the best life possible. How does she do that, you ask? By giving back to the community that has helped her so much, by helping others in ways she never thought she could, and of course by preparing delicious food. Please welcome Brooke as she enlightens us with survival and revival and giving back.
Hello, and thank you all for being here to celebrate the life of Zachary Wolf Pressman. A life that was more than well lived. Zachary lived more in 24 years than most people live in 100 years. His contagious and infectious smile will be forever remembered by all of us for as long as we live. Zachary had the innate ability to make everyone feel at ease and comfortable. Remember that. Remember that when you see someone new, when you see someone who looks lost. Remember that when you hold the door open for a stranger. Remember that, especially when you look in the mirror. Zachary touched each of us in a different way. Please never lose sight of the way he touched you. These are the words that I spoke when I eulogized my son on February 4th, 2016. On February 1st, 2016, my life and the lives of the many people who knew and loved Zachary Wolf Pressman were forever changed when he was tragically killed in an automobile crash. This was no accident. This was completely and totally 100% preventable. How do I know this, you ask? Because Zachary was killed by a drunk driver. Drunk driving is the only cause of death that is, and I say it again and wholeheartedly, completely and totally 100% preventable. My boy, my life, my only child. Look at that nice young man. Since Zachary's death, I started volunteering my time with a group called Catherine's Cause. Catherine's Cause is a group dedicated to wiping out drunk driving. I speak every other month to DUI offenders, sharing the story of my son's death. It is quite possibly one of the hardest things that I do in my life, but I do it to help stop one more death from occurring. In this age of cell phones and Uber, there is always someone to call. I'm not saying you can't drink. Hell, I had 2 drinks before I got up here. What I'm saying to you is don't drink and drive. I have a driver tonight. My wonderful sister is here tonight, and my loving husband. And they will make sure that I don't drink and drive. That's my Zachary at one of the many music festivals he went to. When Zachary died, I needed help. Drunk driving is the only cause of death that I say again is completely and totally 100% preventable. Since Zachary's death, I started volunteering my time with Catherine's cause. I already said that and I apologize. I needed help, and I began going to parent bereavement groups in Baltimore and Gettysburg after discovering that there were no parent bereavement groups in Carroll County. Believe it or not, there was a pet bereavement group, but nothing for parents. Being me, I made a phone call to a dear friend in high places and was able to get in front of the executive director of the Dove House. With the help of the Dove House, Mending Hearts was formed in July 2016, just 5 months after Zachary was killed. Mending Hearts is a group made up of bereaved parents. We meet monthly to gather strength from one another and to learn how to navigate this new life without our children. No parent should ever have to bury their child, no matter their age or circumstance of death. The things I've learned since the death of my child: love never dies, never. Bereaved parents share an unspeakable bond. Those of you out there, and I know some of you, we know that. I will grieve for a lifetime, but I can also love for a lifetime. Drunk driving is completely and totally 100% preventable. I stand before you a new woman, a woman determined to honor the life of her child who was taken far too soon. I vow every day to live my life to the fullest, just as my Zachary would want me to do and would expect that of me. Be kind to one another. Make every day ridiculously amazing. Never, ever give up on yourself. I close with these final thoughts from an unknown author. What moves through us is a silence, a quiet sadness, a longing for one more day, one more word, one more touch. We may not understand why you left this earth so soon, or why you left before we were ready to say goodbye. But little by little, we begin to remember not just that you died, but that you lived, and that your life gave us memories too beautiful to forget.